Alright, so with the intro out of the way, yeah, we're going to be playing through Mario Sunshine. I've talked about it a couple times. A couple times in Pikmin, but just a couple times just here and there. It being one of those GameCube games I never owned. I have played it. I did rent it at least once, but never beat it. So I don't think I can 100% this game, but I'm going to try and just, finish as much as I can. The only thing I'm really, worried about not being able to complete is pretty much the blue coins. Everything else I think is mandatory. I think there's a couple secrets maybe you don't have to do. And I am playing on a GameCube controller. We are playing on the All-Stars re-release. But we are playing with a GameCube controller. Which is nice that they added that function. So why not get the most authentic, experience as you can? Okay, I thought they were inverted for whatever reason. And I'm still thinking they're inverted. Yeah, I don't have too much to say about Mario Sunshine. It's kind of just one of those games that's eluded me since it was released up until 3D All-Stars. I mean, I know enough. I've played a lot of the game. I think there's maybe only one level I might have not seen. But I might have seen everything. Except for the end. I know the end, but I've never been there myself. But I know the Bowser, hot tub battle. I am aware of it. Very, very similar to Pikmin 2, kind of. This game has just been so old. I've just seen it. Not being able to hit, kind of a problem. Please. There we go. We know where he's going. He's going to, I was gonna say Delfino Island. I forgot. Pianta Village. That's the name of this level. Pianta Village. Never mind. Bianco Hills. Pianta Village might be a different one. That should be an indicator of how much this game I actually know. No, Bianco Village is, I think that's the level with the flames right at the start. I can't remember if... Well, I mean, I know for a fact that you can't get the 100 coin star and the, like, level star in the same run. So I know there's a handful of complaints that people have with Mario Sunshine. And I think as more information has come out about its development, it kind of makes a little bit more sense. I don't know why I'm collecting these. Like, we really don't have to. I think, like, blue butterflies and stuff are... Oh, you might need Yoshi for the butterflies. I know blue birds... How do you do the... You, like, rotate between R and A. It does use a lot of water, but I know that's, like, kind of the goated strategy. So I think there's... Is it 260 blue coins? There might be... It's either, like, 112 or 120 or 260. I don't remember. In fact, I want to say it's 260. Because in the back of my mind, I want to say like a third of the stars are just blue coin. Those flash for a long time. Yeah, this is what we're going to be doing until Pikmin 4. I think we could beat this in about 2 weeks. I think we have exactly... Well, not exactly 2 weeks, but very close to almost 2 weeks. And it just feels like, you know, the time is right. I've wanted to play Mario Sunshine, but really didn't have a spot that felt right for it. But I think now is good. It's summer. You know, there's not too much coming out. And we're just kind of waiting for the holidays. Nice camera. Nice camera. Thank you. Hopefully, like, I don't end up, like, really becoming a Mario Sunshine hater after this. Oh, that was it. Thought we were going to... What's his name? Petey Piranha. And yes, I did think PD Piranha was the very first level. Apparently not. Apparently he's the second level. I did used to watch a lot of Mario Sunshine speedruns. But after so long, you kind of just go back to watching, like, Mario 64. But there's a really good video. I remember watching. I actually would probably go back and watch this tonight. Just thinking about it. It's the history of Mario Sunshine speedruns. And it's just such a good video. Like, it just goes through, like, hey, here's the earliest run, and it kind of sucked, and then here was the better run, and then, oh, they found this out, found that out, and just steamrolled. So it's very interesting. Why is this not working so well? Maybe it was the distance. But that's a great video. Great camera. Hey, Ika. I'd say you missed a lot, but you really didn't, so you're right on time. Street Fighter did not go so well today. And I foresee it kind of being that way for the foreseeable future. Because it's not really a priority in my life right now, unfortunately. Unfortunately slash fortunately. I would like to play more Street Fighter. But I really have to put my time somewhere else. Yeah, we're just starting Mario Sunshine. A game I know somewhat. And we'll probably just beat it. Like, I'm not going to 100% it. There's no way. It's not like Mario 64 where I could 100% that game in my sleep. I wish I had that history with Mario Sunshine, but again, I don't know what was with it. I think it was just that time where really people weren't buying games, or we just rented all the time and there was no real reason to buy anything. Yeah, just never owned it. Again, and like, I remember renting so many GameCube games. Obviously, Metroid Prime, which we've played through and redeemed ourselves on that one. Yeah, this was GameCube, but we're not playing on GameCube. We're playing on the Switch collection that you can't buy anymore. And we're playing on a GameCube controller, which they patched in to be usable. So at least, you know, +1 for Nintendo on that. The not being purchasable part is still kind of not a great practice. And I would like to think they won't do it again. Everyone's favorite guy, Pukey Piranha, aka Petey. Who isn't he coming out in Mario Kart very soon? Like in the next DLC patch? You can tell how, like, up to date I am on Nintendo stuff right now. The only thing I have, like, in mind is Pikmin 4. Which is, again, not this Friday, but next Friday. Yeah, it's coming out on the 12th, so in 2 days. But I have not... I honestly, I haven't played Mario Kart. Oh, man, for quite a while. I didn't buy the DLC. I didn't get the expansion pass, so I don't have the DLC for free. Also, I don't know how the DLC works if you had the expansion pass. I think we can still do stuff here. It's still early on, I know. At certain points, you do get levels, kind of like Mario 64, where you need the specific, like, nozzle to do the mission. I don't remember there being... There might be one in Bianco Hills. Don't these guys throw you coins? No. And again, I'm not completely lost in this game. Oh, maybe we're a little lost. You know, that jump just looked so clean. Now, but I do know where at least a decent chunk of, you know, where the stars are, how to obtain them. You know, and some movement tech. I do know a fair bit of moving around, as displayed right there. Is that even correct? I think it is. I think you can make this over. But I can't really, my finger on how you get up there, actually. I mean, the sign is saying go this way. You might need to, do some jumping around on these things. Don't think that's right. I think we're wrong. I think I'm wrong. I think I'm right. Nice. Ooh. Yeah, don't judge me, man. Don't judge me. I didn't own this game. But I can't say how much I would have played Mario Sunshine as a kid. You know, being, you know, the just brainiac child that I was, able to just complete and do anything. You know, couldn't even get past the first area of Metroid Prime. Oh, these are the ones, man. Nice. Grade A meat right there. I don't remember how the game over system works in this game. I know you get kicked out of the world. And I think that just might be it, but obviously getting back to some of these is not, you know, something you want to do. And I know there's a couple extra lives in here. Zed is that? I was wondering if Zed did anything. I know if you play with the Pro controller, one of the buttons is essentially your analog nozzle where you can run and spray at the same time. And the other one is... Nice! The other one is your, like, hard press button where you can aim. Which I think does kind of make it easier. But we're playing old reliable way. Easy peasy. Easy peasy. It's weird. I feel like they did a lot of work in the re-release because I feel like Mario Sunshine did not look like this on GameCube. But then again, maybe it's just my memory. Oh, actually, there is a level I know you need. Rocket nozzle. So yeah, we won't be able to do all of Bianco Hills. Blue coin. See, like, I don't think that blue coin is in any level but this one. Also that one here. Pro tip, I did not know this as a child. I learned this from watching you. No, I learned this from watching just other people play the game. Like, I probably thought you had to get the wind to hit these things. But then I just watched someone play it. Probably early YouTube, but maybe not so early. And they just did that, and I'm like, oh, that doesn't really make sense. You know, water in a windmill, but whatever. It's not like I own Mario Sunshine. But again, I had that one friend who basically just had all the good Nintendo stuff. He had Metroid Prime 1, 2, and 3. I was still renting games when 3 was out. Nice jump. There was something else I wanted to say. I think it was just that I never really borrowed games from him. I was really weird. Like, there were certain games that I just really wanted to play, and then some I just had no interest in. Like I said before, I remember borrowing my friend's copies of like Battle Network. And it could have just been in part with like, oh, I rented that game and I know I didn't like it, so what's the point? I was not a smart child. Yeah, we'll probably save the 100 coin stars until like the very end. What was the worst waste of money? Probably the Wii U as an entirety. But if I had to pinpoint a single game purchase, Star Fox Zero. No, I didn't have that many N64 games. Again, we didn't have too many games. I rented a lot, and like it was really like, hey, birthday, Christmas, and you get a game. So two a year was maximum. Not even minimum. It wasn't until like maybe like a couple years into the GameCube, because people were still like, games were not like this coveted rare item yet. People were just selling like N64 or PlayStation stuff at garage sales all the time. So I didn't get a handful of N64 games until like years after N64 was like irrelevant. Like, I didn't own Banjo-Kazooie, Banjo-Tooie, Donkey Kong 64. I don't even think I owned like Diddy Kong Racing. Like, all those games that I did play, I played because, you know, either my cousin or my friends had them. I did not own Superman 64. Funny enough, one of my friends does own it. And I don't know if he liked it or not. I just know that he does have a copy. I think we played it once. No, I don't think I was buying games until like the Wii was out. Then I like was old enough to get a job. I don't think when the Wii first launched, but during the Wii's lifespan, which I think is the longest generation of game consoles, so that doesn't really pinpoint it. Because the Wii was going until like 2010, 2011, 12. Yes, Star Fox Zero was a really bad purchase. I remember getting this game from Costco. This was like one of those rare, like, you can have this one because it's cheap and at Costco. And the box art was really cool. I've talked about it a couple times already, but not in like too much detail. I also don't own it anymore because it was so bad. It's like one of the 3 or 4 games I've actually like traded in for GameStop money or something else. It's called Darkened Sky. And I think it's Sky spelled like Skye. And you wouldn't know looking at the box art or like really looking at the back. You could find what it's about if you really look at like the user agreements and like licenses. But it just looked like a generic like kind of fantasy game. Anime waifu box art. But not so much waifu, but just like good art. But it's a Skittles game. And it sucks. It kind of has like some good parts. Like I remember the game is actually funny. Yes, like the candy Skittles. Like I think there's a video on it. And like the team actually wanted to make a really good game. And I think for a licensed product placement game, I think you probably like I think that might be top tier, but man, I remember it was just the controls were so bad. And again, you're talking about a kid who couldn't even get past the first level of Metroid Prime or finish Mario Sunshine in like 3 days on a weekend. And now that like I'm older and and it's like one of those games I got rid of. I wish I didn't. There's the 4 games I can remember trading in. They were all GameCube games. One of them was like NHL 2K, like 2K, like the first one. And I don't like sports. I'm not a sportsman. So 0 value to me. I traded that in. One that I absolutely... Actually, kind of 2 that I regret. I think I just glitched through the floor. One of them is Lord of the Rings Return of the King on GameCube. I wish I kept that. It was a very fun beat-em-up style game. Plus, like, I didn't appreciate Lord of the Rings until I was much older. So I regret not keeping that game. And the other 2, one was Darkened Sky, which I wish I still owned because it's so insane. I wish I had the proof to tell people and show people. I don't think I need to do any of that. I think you can just, like, go into this, jump out, and you're good. And the last game was Mega Man Battle Network Transmission, which was the GameCube pseudo classic style Mega Man with, you know, Mega Man EXE. And the only reason I regret getting rid of it is because I would probably never buy that game. It's 1,000 times too difficult. And it isn't even worth paying for, man. It's really bad. But those are the 4 games I wish... Not the 4 games I wish I kept, but 3 of them are stuff that I should have probably held on to. Yeah, Darkened Sky, man. That one's a wild one. But yeah, in terms of just like games that I got brand new, not too many like, oh, I wish we didn't buy this game. I think that's just because I was constantly looking at Nintendo Power. I used to have a subscription and then, you know, we stopped subscribing and then I just kind of got, you know, the odd one every so often. So I kind of knew like what was coming out. 32X, very nice. The Tower of Power. I did not own a Sega Genesis. My dad's friend had a Sega Genesis. And he would borrow it from him. And we would rent games. We rented so many games. Yeah, that's where I played stuff like, you know, Vector Man. Oh, that's not good. Sonic, like 1, 2, 3, 3D Blast. I specifically remember playing 3D Blast and not really liking it. Yeah, 32X was a pretty big waste. I wouldn't know, but in just general retro gaming knowledge, I know about it. But you know what? It would be cool to own a Model 2 Genesis with a Sega CD and 32X and really just rock the Tower of Power. It would be cool to own. Oh, one of those jobs. Babysitting was not like a common thing. I think by the time like I didn't need like adult supervision, they're just like, yeah, they're old enough. Or like, what are they gonna do? Burn the house down? So I never had a babysitter, and we didn't ever babysit. All right, Gooper Blooper. See if we can just speed run it. No. No. Sometimes he's nice and he'll let you just pull his face off without I'm pressing the wrong button. That's what I did not want to have happen. I don't want a sideways jump. Hello? Mario, pick it up. What? At that point, you don't even need to pull them off. You just need to stomp them. His model looked really weird there. Yeah, I'm trying to think of like something that was just really bad that I owned, like brand new. I can't think of any. Because I think it was like by the time, like it was like birthday or Christmas, you know, what was good was already known. Plus we did have the internet. And obviously Nintendo Power and stuff like that. You know, we just didn't spend our money on just games. I know we did bargain bin sometimes, like where like Blockbuster would have like used games in the bin, and they would have the Blockbuster sticker and on them and everything. I know we got games from there a couple times. Which is weird to think of just buying used games from a rental place, but I guess it makes sense. I forget the rules on these. Nice. I know the rule is if you bump into a wall, you just die. Way to go, Mario. Above and beyond. It would take a lot for me to bust out ye old Wii U. I do want to. But like we would have to hit partner for me to want to play Star Fox Zero. It's very bad. I think it is probably the worst made Nintendo game ever. We only had like one life too. If you're watching this on YouTube, remember to like, comment, subscribe. And join the Twitch streams to get us to partner. If you want to see Star Fox Zero, a game I never, ever, ever want to play ever again. I can't believe how bad that game is. Just thinking about it, I get like incrementally more angry. Because I tried, man. I really tried to like figure out like, yes, this is how they want you to play the game. But then like every time you went through the planets, it just got worse. Like, how did you make a worse game than Star Fox 64 when it was already good? Like, how did you do it? And I'm not even talking about the motion controls. There are just parts of that game that are just a nightmare to play. And some of them is just unavoidable. Just based on like the structure of, you know, the levels and like how you progress through them. Easy peasy. It only took me an extra try. I'm trying to think if there was any other kind of game that I bought and just immediately regretted, like, just popping it in the system. But there really wasn't. Like, just being able to rent games helped out so much on just not wasting money. I mean, you did waste time, but, I mean, you weren't forced to play a bad game if you rented it and it was like, oh, Buck Bumble isn't good. Well, guess I'm forced to play through it now. I'm never playing through Buck Bumble. I do own it. Out of the games that I have for N64 and the chunk of them that are missing, for whatever reason, I don't know where they went, Buck Bumble is one that still is here. What was the level? Aged Shine Sprite. I do own Glover. Glover, I think, is still obtainable. It's really annoying because the three games that I was looking to play, Majora's Mask, not right away. Again, y'all know Majora's Mask is not really a Zelda. I want to replay because I find it a little tedious to go through the 3-day cycle every time when you know how to do it. Banjo-Kazooie and Donkey Kong 64. Those were the three games I wanted to have lined up and played on actual hardware, and they were just not with my games. So I have no clue who has them or where they went. I could have let someone borrow them and just forgot who had them. And it's weird too because I know Majora's Mask I could have easily lent to someone. The weird thing is, like, Banjo-Kazooie and Donkey Kong 64, because the two people I would remember lending these games to already own them. And there is just a chance I put them somewhere else and didn't remember. But it's weird that it's not with my other N64 stuff, where I vividly remember where I put all my N64 stuff. Still got Pokemon Puzzle League though. That's a plus. Banjo-Tooie's there as well, but man, I actually was like, well, I don't have Banjo-Kazooie. Let's try Banjo-Tooie. Does not run great on original hardware. See the blue coin. But I don't care enough. Alright, we got the rocket nozzle. The other one, the Turbo, I believe it's called. Turbo nozzle. I don't remember when we get that or what level. It might be in Noki Bay. I want to say Noki Bay. Now I think we can finish all of this level. No, we don't need hover. I believe we need rocket. I think we do need... Like, this is the level where I don't think you can get up there unless you have rocket nozzle. What? Maybe not? Is this another you were just a dumb kid playing video games moment? It might have been. I swear you couldn't finish this. Oh, maybe it was up here? I don't know. Y'all, I don't know. I know there's a part coming up where you have to aim. And in that that speedrunning video, apparently there is some tech to like actually have accurate shots. It has something to do, I think, with the analog trigger. But I'm not the guy to tell you. Here we go. That's what you want. I did remember that. The little, I don't know, pollution slugs. If you jump on them, they do give you water back. I think they drop like a juice box. Okay, apparently that was not a good enough shot, but he fell anyway. I think he did. He already did the puke move. Nice. Nice waste. I don't know where any other ones are. Oh, I'm almost dead. Give me some coins. Give me some coins. And if you're wondering, no, you cannot just go into the water and come out. They actually fixed that from Mario 64. Oh, Petey. Oh, Petey. Okay. We can't lose to Petey. Nice tornado. One. Nice aiming. We fell? What? In what world was that accurate? Almost there. Almost there. Don't know why I'm stressed. I think I'm still shook from Street Fighter. Okay, another sonic boom. We can deal with it. Out of all the characters we played against in Street Fighter, we actually beat Guile. It was everyone else we couldn't beat. I believe that's it. I believe PD is out. For realsies this time. He's just done. He ain't coming back until... Was he in Double Dash? He might have been in Double Dash. I was gonna say Mario Strikers Charge, but he might have been in Double Dash. Another game I don't own because my friends owned it. I think we can finish Bianco Hills. I almost called it Pianta Village again. Secret of the Dury Lake. Oh, something else again, not a game purchase, but kind of a waste of money was the PS Vita. And it's so annoying too, because I had no interest in getting a PS Vita at all since it was announced up until like literally the day before it was released. Because right when it was about to release, you know, whatever review sites or magazines or whatever had gotten their copies, or their early like previews of it. And by previews, I mean they just got one. And every single place was like, hey, this PS Vita actually is goated. And I'm like, oh, what the heck? And like every single place was like really giving it positive reviews. And this was sort of in the era where like people were aware of like paid reviews. And, you know, it had kind of passed. People would know if it's paid or not just based on, you know, the game itself and the score. Where they're like, how does Call of Duty get a 10 when it's literally the same game and worse than the last one? You know, it was that era of game magazines. Yeah, but the Vita was kind of great. I'm assuming you mean you were like streaming it from your PS4 to your Vita to then your washroom. Like a real gamer. Oh, is this the... Okay. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't the best streaming. It was nice that you could do it. And I know Final Fantasy XIV kind of went off with the Vita. People would stream that game and just like never stop playing. I remember specifically seeing articles about that. Nice jump, we're dead. We're dead, kid? But I didn't, like, really get enough out of the Vita to kind of... Oh, come on. To really justify the purchase. Yeah, there's some really great games on it that I'm glad I do own. But I wish I had just waited and maybe got, like, a Vita TV or something. Okay, we're saved. Oh, this is the Rubik's Cube of Death. We lived. I think this is another one. We almost got that other life. They're all gonna flip? What am I doing? This is the last Mario you played. That's a little sad. Nice jumping, man. I should have just not tried to do like a 2D jump angle. What am I doing? My brain forgot the pattern. Not again. Well, that was a trampoline. Hello? Hello? Man, if I want to make, I'm gonna take back some of the things I said about people who play Mario 64, and I'm like, how could you not play Mario 64? It's perfectly fine. I feel like I'm now that person. Like, oh, what, you can't play Mario Sunshine? What the heck's wrong with you? It's just Mario Sunshine. It's weird. I have zero problem with Mario 64 controls. And I see everyone who's played it just struggle with it. But for this game, I'm out of my depth. And now I'm feeling what they feel. And I feel like that's maybe why Mario Galaxy did so well. Because I think it fixed the control problem. At least for a lot of people. And it's not as difficult. Hello? All right. Halfway there. You just need to find the perfect line. And, you know, press the jump button, too. I don't think I've ever watched someone in real life actually play through these games. Besides, like, when they were new and, like... Brother? What am I doing? Plus, like, everyone now just plays... you know, on their phone. You don't really see... You know, younger kids... playing their Nintendo 64 on the couch or GameCube. I can't play this game? We can totally play this game. Saved? Don't worry, my heart only skipped like 2 or 3 beats there. I'm okay.